Hello everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the County Seat. We're bringing you the show today from the Utah Valley Convention Center. Now this is a brand new convention center for Utah County. And that's kind of the topic of our show today. What is it that convention centers, airports, new highways, and things that we build to facilitate visitors coming for conventions to our community, what impact is it that they have on our daily lives? I think you'd be surprised. But to get a little bit of background on convention centers and how they come to be and what makes them tick, here is Malia Bascom.
Thanks, Chad. Well, imagine that you and your friends want to build a swimming pool so that all of your neighbors and friends can come over and swim and hang out. Now you get the guy across town and his friends to pay for it. And then when they come over to swim, they pay again. Not a bad deal. That's how Utah counties with convention facilities see their projects. Publicly funded gathering places paid for by out-of-town visitors coming to spend money on local hotels, restaurants, and attractions.
It'll deliver literally millions of dollars into the local economy and tax structure. It'll be paid for by room tax, hotel room tax, rental car tax, restaurant tax, so the property taxpayers in Utah County don't pay for it. Other people do. They come and we don't have to educate their children, we don't have to maintain their streets, we don't have to do anything. They just come and eat our food and stay in our hotel rooms and go home.
The funding for such projects comes from two specially dedicated taxes designed to shift the funding burden for building, promoting, and maintaining the facilities to the visitors coming to town. That combination of dedicated revenue has paved the way for additional centers in Cedar City, St. George, Layton, and now Utah County. Convention centers bring a whole new class of visitors to Utah, the conventioneer. This type of traveler pays the highest dividend to counties who have a vested interest in tourism, as they are compelled to come to the community because of the convention, but they can easily be lured back to vacation later.
They generally don't always meet in the same location, so there's so much opportunity to bring groups into an area and have them enjoy not only the meeting facilities but the area itself.
I had the King's Singers, from London here 2 weeks ago, and the first thing they wanted to do was go to Zion and watch the sunrise.
Of course, the hospitality industry isn't the only benefactor of convention centers like this one here in Davis County. Other sectors of the economy cash in on convention centers too.
It adds jobs in terms of the construction as well as the maintenance and ongoing operations. So it's just a win-win.
But the addition of a convention center is not just about raising tax revenue and creating jobs.
We've got commuter rail coming in, we've got commercial flights at Provo Airport, we've got all of that stuff, we've got our freeway rebuilt, but we didn't have a place to meet that would hold it. And now we do. And so what it'll do, not just financially for our people, but we've already had a prom here, we've already had a graduation here, we've already had weddings here, and it has become kind of the crown jewel.
These are things that we're doing now that will last into our children's and our grandchildren's lives. That's, I think, a bigger role of government, is to look beyond ourselves, look beyond our day, and what's going to benefit Utah County in the future. And we're on the way.
It's a cycle that repeats itself wherever convention centers are built. The key is to have something special to offer visitors in the first place. But here in Utah, we're lucky. The beauty of our state is more than enough reason for visitors to make the trip. For the county seat, I'm Malia Bascom.
Thank you, Malia. We're going to take a look at a different perspective of county convention centers, the economic impact that they bring to a community, and how they actually change the quality of life within the community, one of which might happen to be a really nice set for the county seat, compliments of the Utah Valley Convention Center, which we're hosting the show from. We'll be right back with the county seat in just a minute.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Rediscover your sense of adventure. Welcome to San Juan County. Discover the past. A change of place. Utah, San Juan County, where life is elevated.
Let's be honest, you don't know much about Beaver County. Well, let me tell you about it. It's the birthplace of outlaw Butch Cassidy and inventor Philo T. Farnsworth. Some of the best skiing in Utah is at Eagle Point. You've got camping, Canyon Breeze Golf Course, Crusher and the Tushers, Beaver Territorial Courthouse, snowmobiling, renewable energy, Pioneer Car Show, Squeaky Cheese, Ghost Towns to explore, best water in the country, Paiute ATV trails, Old Frisco kilns, horse racing, hunting, fishing, and it's a good place to live. Beaver County, mountains of fun. I could tell you more, but why don't you come and see it for yourself?
Have you ever wanted to go on a vacation to Mars? What about a visit to the Old West? Impossible, right? Well, forget what you think is real. In southern Utah's Kane County, other worlds are just an ATV ride away. The Old West lives on in every sunset. From the downtown streets of Little Hollywood to the vistas that have inspired the world. Never find yourself closer to home and yet farther than you've ever been. Southern Utah's Kane County, where anywhere is possible.